We'll begin in child's pose. At the back of your mat, bring your big toes to touch and your knees out wide. Find the position that feels good for you and breathe. Take a moment to feel the ground beneath you. It is literally supporting you right now. Let it support you. Slowly come onto your hands and knees and start to work your way through cat and cow. Inhale, look up and drop your ribs toward the floor. Exhale, round your spine and look toward your belly button. Keep moving through these motions and take it where you want to go. So you can start to move in circles with your midsection around and round and switch directions, or you can slowly start to shift from front to back on your hands and knees. So just subtle movements, but just listen to your body and where it wants to go. You don't have to try to do anything, just move. Once you feel good here, we're going to move into thread the needle. Inhale, reach your left arm up toward the ceiling and thread it through your right hand, placing your temple on the ground and stretching your right hand out to the top of your mat. Breathe here. We'll be here for a few breaths, so take whichever variation feels good to you. Plant your right hand on your mat and lift yourself back up. And reach your left arm back up toward the ceiling for a nice long stretch. Plant your hand and reach your right arm up to the sky. Thread it through the left side to switch sides. Don't forget to breathe here and take the pose wherever you want to go. Plant your hand on the mat, come back through, and reach that right arm up for one last long stretch. Slowly shift back into downward facing dog, keeping your knees bent. Make any movements you'd like to make here, and on your exhale, step forward into a wide leg forward fold. You can keep your knees slightly bent here too, grabbing your opposite elbows and letting your head hang heavy. Release your elbows, wiggle your feet together, and slowly start to wiggle your knees, making any movements, warming up, shaking your head left and right. Come to stand, reaching your arms up high, and then exhale at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands on your mat and come into plank pose when you exhale. Drop your knees. Inhale. Slowly lower, exhale. And scoop your chest through for cobra, baby cobra, upward facing dog. Shift back to downward facing dog, keeping your knees bent if you'd like. And step forward into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. As you inhale, come up to stand, arms up high. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank and slowly lower. Scoop through for up dog or cobra. And then exhale, push back to downward facing dog. breathe here. Slowly lift your right leg up toward the ceiling and step in between your hands for Warrior One. Reach high, lift up. Make sure both of your hip bones are pointing forward. Place your hands on your mat. Exhale, lower and up dog, down dog. Lift your left foot up toward the ceiling. Step through Warrior One. So plant your foot, rise up tall and breathe, reaching toward the ceiling. Place your hands on your mat, step back and flow. Or you can simply push back to downward facing dog, whichever choice feels good for you. Step to the top of your mat, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise, reaching high. Exhale, hands at heart center. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Exhale, heart center. One more time, up, inhale. Step back, exhale, Warrior Two. Reverse your warrior, reach back, and then come into extended side angle. So place your elbow on your knee and reach your opposite arm up toward the ceiling. Reverse your warrior. Come back to Warrior One and slowly step to the front of your mat, arms high. Hands at heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, up. And exhale, step back to Warrior Two on the opposite side. Reverse your warrior. Nice stretch in your side and come into extended side angle, resting that elbow on your knee. Reverse your warrior. Slowly come back into Warrior Two and step forward, arms up high. Exhale, hands at heart center. Sweep your arms up to inhale. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank, one foot at a time. Drop your knees. And we'll slowly shift into a side plank. So you can keep your knees lifted, or you can start to shift your right foot out to the side and step your left foot back for a modified side plank. I like this variation because it's stable and allows me to get a deeper stretch without feeling like I'm gonna fall over. So whichever variation works for you. Slowly come back to hands and knees, and we'll switch sides. As you're exploring this pose, don't forget to breathe and go where your body wants to go. There's no right or wrong way if you're listening to your body. Slowly come back to hands and knees. Push back into plank pose and downward facing dog. Here you can breathe or pedal your feet left and right, bending your knees to find a little movement, a little stretch, or you can find stillness, whatever you want. Reach your right foot up toward the ceiling, step through for low lunge. Drop your back knee and reach up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, bring your arms into like a goalpost and really find some stretch and arch in your back and look up if you want to. I like this variation. Inhale, reach up. Place your opposite hand next to your foot and reach up with the other hand toward the ceiling, creating a nice twist. Place your hand on your mat, wiggle your foot over to the side to come into lizard pose. Again, you can find any variation you'd like here and just explore and play. Tuck your toes, step back into downward facing dog. Make any movements you need to here, and we'll switch sides. So lift that left foot up, step through for low lunge, and go where your body wants to go. Maybe this side feels a little different. Maybe you need something else here. Do whatever you need to do in order to experience the pose and the flow how you want to. Just remember to breathe. Plant your opposite hand, reach up toward the ceiling, creating a nice twist and stretch here. Plant both hands, wiggle that foot to the edge of the mat for a little deeper stretch if you want to, and breathe. Now take that back leg and step up for yogi squat. So we're not going backwards, we're going forward now. And you can roll up a towel or the back of your mat under your heels if you need a little extra support. Or you can find a bolster or a blanket or a towel to kind of sit back on. Wherever you are in this pose, just find some comfort and a really nice opening. Or you can dance around or do whatever you want here, honestly. I just like to add this into some of my hip openers to continue the deep stretches, but I know that's not for everyone, and you don't have to feel like you need to do this portion if you feel like moving in a different way. Go ahead and explore whatever you want here. Whenever I feel complete in yogi squat, I slowly lift my butt up, basically, and come into a forward fold. So it's a nice kind of reversal of the pose, and I just kind of let gravity take over, and I move around a little bit. So if that feels like something you want to do, you can do that now. And then we're going to step back into downward facing dog. Make any last movements we want to do here, wiggling it out, breathing, any last lingering things inside of us, you can let them out here. Then whenever you're ready, shift forward into plank pose, lower down, come into up dog or cobra, and slowly drop your knees, come into child's pose. You can stay here as long as you want, and you are also welcome to make your way into Shavasana and lay for as long as you want. Just listen to your body and do whatever you need.